You are now into another Chilla production.
I remember when I was hungry. I remember when I had nothing. Shout out to the ones held it down for me. Them the ones eat with me when I'm hungry. Fuck all the people that doubted me. Fuck all the people that changed up. I ain't got shit for y'all niggas except my 2 middle fingers.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Splendid Gamer EGW, back today with another episode of Let's Talk Boruto, and today we are talking about manga chapter 73. Now, sad to say, it was a really good chapter. However, for the hype that was being brought upon us with chapter 71 and 72, today's chapter, or yesterday's chapter, was like a chapter of like just straight up reminders, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a bad thing because technically, it's a mission briefing, and that's what today's chapter was about Team 7 being briefed for their new mission. However, Sumire was in the office with them. I'm not sure if Sumire is going on this mission with them. That would be cool. The whole love triangle thing that's being set up, this would keep further pushing the love triangles in like different directions or whatever. But the chapter starts with Boruto and Mitsuki. They're all like, oh, let's go see what Shikamaru is talking about. I wonder what kind of mission we got. And fucking Kawaki and Sumire is already in the Hokage's office or whatever. And Kawaki's just like, he's like staring at Boruto like he's like #1 op right now, because he's like, man, I can't believe you still alive. How are you even still alive? Like type jump, And they exchange words about being glad that Boruto's still alive and things of that nature. And Konohamaru's actually there, so we're actually getting to see Konohamaru in the manga. Like, it's almost as if once they decide to take a break, they're like, hey, let's find a way to bring the new Team 7 back into the picture, and certain people that were keys to the new generation back into the story or whatever. Because sadly, it was already going into a Boruto Kawaki-esque direction, similar to how everything went about Naruto and Sasuke. But pretty much Shikamaru just starts it off like, yo, like the Hidden Leaf is having various problems right now. One problem being that Boruto could possibly be taken over by Momoshiki at any time. The second problem being that Kawaki just got his karma, and even though he wasn't able to be taken over by Ishiki, he still seems to be a problem because he doesn't listen to direct orders. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much lays it all out there for everybody. And Kawaki's a little bit defensive, like, bro, like why you sizing me, bro? But Sarada's like, nah, like he's literally putting it in plain sight for us so we can know. Which it's extra dialogue to keep the chapter going and stuff like that. But we as the readers, we already know why Kawaki can't be trusted. But like I said, this is a mission briefing, and so he has to lay everything out on the table. Honestly, I felt like I seen Shikamaru say "what a drag" like 10 times, but he didn't. He did. His body language said it, but so pretty much he lets them know that Amato got captured by Cold. However, Amato is now safe from Cold, but there's a lady named Ada that came with Cold that has this crazy power to take over people, make people fall in love with her and stuff like that. And pretty much she's going to be joining the Hidden Leaf with Amato, and they're on the way back to the village right now. So Sarada is trying to put her big brain on, and it was like, so like, are we taking out Cold on this mission? Shikamaru was like, nah. Like, well, are we taking out Ada on this mission? He's like, nah. So pretty much Shikamaru ends up summing up the mission for him to let them know, like, we have all these various problems, and since we can't contain Boruto, we can't contain Kawaki, We have to find a way to, one, keep them under surveillance, but then as well be able to survey this new threat that's coming. So we get this grandiose idea and plan from Shikamaru that they're going to have Boruto and Kawaki cohabitate with Ada, and Sarada and Mitsuki and Konohamaru are going to be outside of wherever said apartment, duplex, hotel, abandoned Buick, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be outside just monitoring. And if they see anything go off with Kawaki, anything go off with Boruto, and anything go off with Ada, that they have to try to intervene to make sure, everything goes accordingly. Shikamaru even states that the power that Ada displays could be something that not only takes over the land of fire, but could also take over the whole world. So Kawaki's just sitting there in the meeting this whole time, and he's just looking like, bruh, this shit sound crazy, this shit sound like some BS, like, bro, like, screw this, like, whatever. And, Shikamaru pretty much tells him, like, yo, like, Kawaki, you're kind of the bread and butter to this. Like, you're the glue that's gonna hold this together, because Ada has a crush on you, and because Ada has a crush on you, we need you to, like, warm her up, make her nice, make her believe that the Leaf is some good people, so that way she don't end up turning on the Leaf Village, because anybody else could be affected by her powers, with the exception of Boruto and Kawaki. Kawaki even goes as far to call Ada stupid for wanting to be with him when her powers can work on anybody and she could just have anybody. And that's when Sumire actually, like, gets some, like, real lines besides saying, Boruto, you look, like, good or whatever. She's like, maybe she just wants to experience a real love, like a real ordinary love without having to captivate somebody. And yeah, the whole time, well, not even the whole time, probably about midway through the mission briefing, Ada is on the train with Mato and Damon, and she turns on her Senrigan, and she's just, watching the briefing. And once she finds out that Shikamaru told Kawaki that Ada has a crush on him, she immediately starts blushing like crazy. Immediately starts blushing like crazy, like, oh my god, I can't believe he just told him that. Like, I'm fatally in love. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, Kawaki, you got a fatal attraction on your hands, playboy. You gotta find a way to figure out how to get that done, you feel me? But yo, there's even a line. Yo, this chapter is very comical. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's a line Kawaki says. He said, man, I'd rather throw myself at cold. And I'm like, pause? Like, do you mean like throw yourself at cold to die? Or like, what? Because that was like mad funny. But Amato is kind of not in the knowing of what's going on. At least that's what it's perceived to be, And he's just constantly asking Ada what's going on, and she's not giving him a direct answer on what she's actually seeing, So we fast forward, and Shikamaru also tells Kawaki after he says that she's stupid, he's like, oh yeah, she has another power where she can see any and everything, almost like watching a video recorder, almost like watching the security camera. And so Boruto's like, yo, like, this bitch is cheating. Like, yo, like, I can't believe this. Like, what are we supposed to even do? Like, how are we even supposed to maneuver? And Shikamaru even lets him know, like, bro, I'm telling y'all all of this under the pretense that all this that I'm telling y'all could possibly be leaked information, like the leaked GTA 6 images that popped up earlier this week. So Boruto makes this very funny face with I'm actually going to try to make the thumbnail for this, but he's like, yo, this mission is weird, bro. So pretty much Boruto and Kawaki have to try to live with Ada to try to, win her over, try to ease her over. But Ada wants Kawaki, so Boruto's there as a mediator to try to make sure Kawaki's not being a freaking Nimrod to her, And Team 7 are going to be watching over, Sarada, Mitsuki, Konohamaru. They're going to be watching over the apartment or building that they're in to make sure that Kawaki's not being a bonehead, that Kawaki and Boruto don't just start fighting each other again. or Momoshiki doesn't take over Boruto, or something crazy Amato had planned with Kawaki just happens to happen, and Konoha, Shikamaru pretty much tells them, like, hey guys, so now that you guys know, like, the extent of y'all mission, like, do y'all accept? And we get this pretty decent looking shot of everybody in the room saying, like, we have no choice in this matter. Like, we can't say no, so we here. Like, let's get it. And it's like the drawing in this chapter was so fucking phenomenal. Like, cause like we just seen the shot of everybody in the room, like all the Guinea. We seen all of them just standing there, and they're like, "Yeah, we accept the mission." And then we get another shot of like Momoshiki, like literally in the room, right next to Boruto, almost like he's trying to whisper a secret to him. Like he's trying to tell him, like, "Yo, man, your mom's cooking's trash." Like, "Hey, I seen your mama underwear." Like, "I found your mama OnlyFans," like type junk. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like purposely trying to like get on Boruto's nerves. Well, it's almost like Boruto doesn't even know he's deaf. And Kawaki notices it, and as soon as he notices it, the panel gets right back over to where Boruto was, and there's no Momoshiki. And so Kawaki was like, what the fuck was that? Now, Naruto and Sasuke do have like a few little panels in this chapter. There we go, not channel, chapter. And pretty much, Sasuke pretty much calls this mission house arrest. This mission is essentially house arrest for Kawaki and Boruto, and for Ada, because like I said, they got to keep an eye on Boruto, they got to keep an eye on Kawaki, and Ada, we don't even know her, so of course we got to put them all under a situation where, like, yes, we think you guys are having fun, you guys think you're free, but you're really not free because you guys are still being monitored. So, Naruto pretty much says he believes that this plan might be the best, like, it's not the best, like, but he believes that this is the best going forward. This is the best moves that they should be making. So once Kawaki notices that Momoshiki is right there in the room right next to Boruto, while Sasuke's on the roof with Naruto, he happens to look over and see the same shit. Well, not even see it, he's just like, he notices a change in the air. And like, even Naruto asked the same thing, like, that Boruto was asking Kawaki to Sasuke. He's like, "Yo, like, what's the matter?" And Sasuke's just like, "Never mind." But whole time in his mind, he's just like, "Bro, like, this feeling, this is the same feeling from that day." And we get to see, like, literally a flashback from when the Boruto was talking to Momoshiki under that, I guess, blown out god tree or whatever. And Sasuke's just like, "I wonder." And the chapter ends with Ada on the train with the model holding Damon, and she's just like, "Ah, Shika dear, you have such intriguing ideas." So what to take away from this chapter, and where do we go forward from here? Guys, whatever Momoshiki's prophecy was about Boruto having a dark future, it's coming within the next 5 chapters. Next 5 to 6 chapters, I'm calling that. I said we getting a time skip by February. So what's the September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, so within the next 5 chapters, whatever the dark prophecy is, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Because like, you gotta understand, after seeing Momoshiki in that panel, after getting context, because once you see the spoilers, you're just like, "Oh shit, Momoshiki's there." But no, now that you get the context of it, this is not finna be an ordinary fucking security mission. There you go. This is far from ordinary. This is why Shikamaru had to take this extra precaution and letting them know that Boruto's a fucking bomb, fucking Kawaki's a bomb. We're Konoha, and we have like 3 bombs right now, and we're trying to protect all of them with 2 other bombs. You know what I'm saying? Boruto and Kawaki could be here on this mission, and while Boruto's like, "No, Kawaki, you gotta be nicer to Ada, Man, Momoshiki could just like, I don't know, fuck around and knock a vase down, knock a vase on Ada's head, like he's almost like a ghost right now, you know? And he's like, oh yeah, I could just knock this junk down, and there would be nothing they could do about it, because then Ada would either A, get mad, or B, fucking Damon. They didn't even mention Damon. And Shikamaru knows that Damon's coming. He just doesn't know Damon's powers. But I feel like Shikamaru should have mentioned that to them. That there is also her brother named Damon. And he's seen Damon knock out Kawaki. So Damon is also powerful too. But, I mean, yeah. They have to walk on super fucking eggshells. You have Momoshiki there. You have Damon there. Like, you have Kawaki, who's a fucking Nimrod. He's mean as shit. Like, I'm only calling him a Nimrod because he's mean, bro. Like, he's a fucking Nimrod. Like, bro, this is going to be a fucking hard mission, bro. This is not going to be easy at all. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, we're supposed to be going to go meet Ada. She's trying to fall in love with Kawaki. We just got to make sure Kawaki, you know, lets her fall in love with him or falls in love back type shit. Like, no, it's not that straightforward. Like, yes, the mission sounds weird, but this mission is literally life or death, y'all. Like, Ada at any time could just, like, make Sarda go under her spell and just say, Chidori everybody. You know what I'm saying? Put Konohamaru in that John's like, sealing jutsu, bring out the Monkey King and You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm honestly curious about Mitsuki's interaction with Ada. I'm pretty sure that's something everybody wants to see because, like, one, Mitsuki's a scientifically made human. You know, he's a synthetic human as well. Sadly, the only feelings we've ever seen Mitsuki show is just being enamored by Boruto. So, you know, the whole what is it, like, I don't know, there's like a little thing in Twitter where everybody believes Mitsuki is gay for Boruto. There could be a thing where now Mitsuki is actually like turned on by Ada, or if he's actually gay, like Mitsuki, you like, nah, I don't really like her like that, but I want to be her friend. Like, I want to do her hair, like some nut ass shit like that, bruh. Like, yes, we finna get some comedy. Like, this next chapter with Team 7 is gonna be comedy. It's gonna be comedy. Like, it's gonna be some shit that motherfuckers are gonna have to laugh about. You know, smile, memes, you know what I'm saying? But I am so totally looking forward to seeing Mitsuki's interaction with Ada, because I'm not under the pretense that Mitsuki's like doesn't like girls. Like, I believe Mitsuki likes girls. He's just down to ride for Boruto. Like, he puts his gang before anything type shit. You know what I'm saying? But we also didn't get to see Code at all this chapter, so we don't know when he's going to try to pop out the claw mark. My honest prediction, I'm not sure where Team 7 is going to be housing Ada at, but if I'm, you know, off of my own guesses and predictions and shit, it's not going to be far from that claw mark that Sasuke said he wouldn't pop up at. And it's only because Sasuke said he wouldn't pop up out of there is that he would send a 10-tail beast through there. And yeah, one of the 10-tail whatchamacallits. And if Ada is still, like, you know, there trying to get warmed up and hasn't gotten a chance to look with the Senrigan, she wouldn't even know who the fuck actually sent this junk, unless, you know, they just look at the claw marks on them. It's like, oh, Code sent this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then she can go back, turn on the Senrigan, and show everybody, well, tell everybody, you know, what's going on. Like, this is gonna get very dicey for, like, Boruto and them, bro. Because, I mean, if the 10-tails beast humanoids, the Zetsu Gorgons, if they pull up and they just attack Boruto in front of them, and that causes Momoshiki to pop out, that's even worse, because now we have Momoshiki rampaging inside the village, you know? Like Naruto, one of his lines that he said in the chapter about when Sasuke said them being on house arrest, it was like, well, at least, you know, they'll be dying inside the village and not somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Because there are times when, you know, like even with the whole KK Genkai junk, like you don't want that to fall into another village's like hands or whatever. You wouldn't want Momoshiki taking over Boruto in the Hidden Cloud Village or the Hidden Sand Village, and now the Hidden Sand Village has to try to deal with the threat of Momoshiki and have to try to take in the same care and consideration that that's the Hokage's son. They would be just under the pretense of we just gotta kill him, you know, for the sake of our village, for the safety of our village. Just the same way how Naruto and Sasuke and them have to make these moves for their village. So it's gonna be very fucking intriguing how this shit happens. I don't believe Cole is gonna show up for a while, you know. But even still, we have to get Amato's reasoning for putting a failsafe inside Kawaki. Because even that is that's a loophole right there, where even if he tries to shut off Kawaki in that moment or whatever, and Ada sees it, or Ada doesn't like the fact that Amato did it, she could just flip then and just say, oh nah, Amato is a liar, he a bitch ass nigga, But I feel like we're gonna get Amato's explanation before we even try to house Ada anywhere, because Ada wants to know, because she still wants to kill Amato. That's not off the table. Like, yeah, she's still in love with Kawaki. She want to be in love with Kawaki. She want to be his #1 bae. You know, she'll quit OnlyFans for him type junk. But at the end of the day, she still has that grudge against Amato. And it's because she can't feel that ordinary love, and that everybody always be falling in love with her. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's trying to go for somebody that's a Otsutsuki, or possibly a Otsutsuki. So, I don't know, man. This is a very dicey situation, bro. Very dicey situation. Like, I honestly, like, when I was reading the chapter initially, like, yeah, I was laughing. I thought the shit was funny. And I was just like, damn, bro. Why we couldn't just get, like, I don't know, like, maybe 10 pages of this? Because this is, like, a 40-page chapter. But I had to think about it. I'm like, nah, bro. Team 7 needs to know this information before they go into this mission. I mean, Kasarda and Mitsuki, they don't take missions lightly, you know what I'm saying? But before they would have tried to take something lightly and be like, oh, we don't need to take this extra precaution. Oh, it's just a fucking matchmaker mission. Yeah, it's just a matchmaker mission. So that way they don't go under the pretense of thinking it's just a matchmaker mission. This is really to watch over two Otsutskis and to watch over somebody that's an Otsutsuki threat. You know what I'm saying? But this is all I have for this episode of Let's Talk Boruto. It's your boy Splendid Game at EGW. Don't forget to check out the other playlists on the channel. I'll be back with more. You dig? Thank you. We out.